Hello class, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's begin today's class. Uh, if you are still joining. So the last lecture was not completely recorded. Partial, you know, concepts were they were not in the video. So I will quickly revise what I could remember is not in the video, just in 5 minutes, and then we'll proceed for the next, you know, for the class, for the, you know, part of the syllabus. So yesterday we have talked about that there are two kinds of variables. One is the instance variable that is defined within the class scope. Like for example, if I say or a string str, okay. So these are instance variables or these are state variables, right? What we call them. And this variable x is something which is a method local variable because it's defined within the scope of this method, whereas the variables y and str are defined within the scope of the whole class definition. So we have seen if you want to use the variables like for example y, which is an instance variable, let me say system.out.println, and if I want to print y, there is okay. There is no problem. Okay, just forget about the static keyword as of now because we have not discussed static keyword. So if I want to print the value of this y, okay, which is defined in the class scope, uh, or rather, let me just create another method uh, and make it more clear without the static keyword. Void test. Right. I am trying to print y from this test class, and to call this test method, what I have to do is I will have to create an object of start program. Start program, which is the name of the class. G is the name of the variable equal to new start program. And then I can call method prog dot uh, test. Okay. Now, now you see what we have done in the main method. We have defined a method local variable x, which is defined in the scope of main method. It's in the method functions scope. Whereas these variables, uh, even if I remove this static keyword, now I don't have a problem. Just I will have to remove this statement, but I am calling test method of the same class, test method of the same class, just by making an object of the class using the dot operator. So start program is the name of the class, the same class. Prog is the variable name, and here I am instructing the JVM to create a new instance of this same class, right? Once the instance is created or the object is created, I will call the test method on the object reference variable. So the control comes to the test method, and you can see it is going to print the variable y, whatever the variable y is, the value of the variable y is set by default. So what should be the output that we should expect here? Let me put all this code in say comment. Let me say it's source and add block comment. So everything goes inside a comment. So all we have is this pretty small code where I have declared a variable x, which is a method local variable, but I have not given it a initial value. That means I have not initialized it. I have got y, I have got str. These are instance variables or the uh, state variables. I have not initialized them either. Okay, and I want to print say both the variables str also y and str. So what is the output that I will expect here? Anyone? If I run this program, what is the output that I will get?
So why?
Y is a variable name, right? It's not a string. It's not a string or a character, right? This is how to represent a string or if I want to represent the character, then I will use it, a single code, right? So it's a variable. It's a name of variable, right? So what should be printed?
Sir, 0 and null.
0 and null, because by default for state variables, the value is set to a default value, and the default value for integer, as we have discussed in the last class, is 0. For a boolean, it's false. For floating point number like float or double, it will be 0.0. For short, it will 0 again because that's a numeric value. For byte also, it will be 0 again because it's a numeric value. For long, it will be 0 again because it's a 8 byte numeric container variable, right? For reference variable of that points to any object, it will be null. So if we run it, we will get the output 0 and null, because y is getting a default value of 0 and str is getting a default value of null. There is no object in the heap. So the pointer is pointing to something which is null. That means no object. There is no object, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have also seen yesterday, just for the repetition purpose, if we try to print this variable x now, which is a method local variable, we will get a compilation error. You can see there is a compilation error, and the compilation error indicates the local variable x may not have been initialized. So whether it's a primitive variable or even say a variable, say with the name str1, which is a reference to an object, in both the cases we will get the same error, that is str1. If we try to print this, we will get the error that the local variable str1 may not have been initialized. So neither x will get a default value of 0 nor str1 will get a default value of null in this case, because we are talking about the method local variable, and we must initialize it before using it. That means I have to give it an initial value either 0 or x 1 2 3 4 5, whatever I like. Okay, here I must say either null, or I can use new string, and within the constructor I can pass the string variable. In both the cases, the compilation error goes, right? So we must provide an initial value to the method local variables, right? We can also write this particular line number 10 as new string, say hello, right? Or we also have the option to use the shortcut and provide the object with this syntax, hello. This is also a valid syntax, because in this case also an object is there which is containing the value hello, and the address of that object is being assigned to str1. ठीक है? तो ये डिफरेंस क्लियर हो गया कि स्टेट वेरिएबल और इंस्टेंस वेरिएबल के केसेस में आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, आपको इनिशियलाइजेशन की फिक्र नहीं होगी, डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू कुछ ना कुछ उसको मिलेगा, although the default value may not be that of use for you, but at least in any of the conditional statement like if, you can always check if the value is equal to default. For example, if y is double equal to 0, then you can assume that okay, this value has not been initialized and we must initialize before using it. That is what you can do. But in method local variable, the things are more strict. So here in this case, you will be not allowed to use these variables for any purpose. Like here, I'm trying to print the x and str1. I'm trying to use them. So you will not be allowed to use them unless and until you give them a default value. You cannot just leave them unassigned like this, because then you are going to get a compilation error. You can see the compilation error says the local variable x may not have been initialized. Here also you can see the same error. Okay? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let's move to a question someone has posted in the WhatsApp group. Let's show them. Yeah, Aviral has posted this question. He says that I was seeing one of your lecture video, that is video number 2. In that you told us that you are deliberately putting the same class name as the file name was. What was the reason for it? Okay, so many times I have repeated in not one lecture but in many lectures that, okay, for example, if the name of the class is my first prog, the name of the file should also start with my first prog.java. Okay. Similarly, if the name of the file is my first prog for BCA, you see the name of the class is also same. So I am intentionally keeping the name of the file as the same name of the name of the class. And also I have told you that as a good convention, as a good program writing habit, you should make sure that you should have only one class within one file. You are free to define more than one class inside one single Java file technically, but that is a very bad way of writing program. That will not be acceptable in the code reviews. Similarly, for the applicant class also you are seeing it's in the same file name applicant.java, right? So I have deferred this question, rather I have parked it for future because this is related to the concepts of SS specifier. Okay. I will try to answer to the extent I can discuss the SS specifier today, because and I will leave that part which depends upon some more extra information that will come in the future classes. Okay. But however, that will um, uh, answer the particular question. So see, if people keep on joining later, then the you know start time like 2:30 for today, then it will be very difficult for me to keep checking the meet screen and accepting them. So please do one thing. Please try to join right on time or even before the time. So that will make things easier. I will try to focus myself in teaching you more than in all these unnecessary disturbances. Let us start a new whiteboard. That will be more clear. Okay. So to answer that question, I will have to first tell you something about uh, SS specifiers. Okay. Or they are also called as visibility specifiers. Okay. SS specifiers or visibility specifiers. This is V. So in C++, tell me if anyone remembers what were the available SS specifier.
Yes, sir.
In C++, if you remember, tell me what were the SS specifiers. in the C++ language, what were the SS specifiers? Or you also call them visibility specifiers. Anyone, please?
सर कितने स्पेसिफायर थे ये पूछ रहे हैं आप?
हाँ, कितने थे और कौन कौन से थे?
जैसे सर
So public, private, and protected.
Okay, who two have given the answer? Tell me the name.
So yes thing.
Yash and
मोहम्मद सोहेब.
Sohail. Okay. See, I keep on asking questions, and I also want their names also, so that I should have, you know, in my mind that what is your level. So that doesn't mean that who have started late they will have any penalty. Okay, just try to pick up the things as fast as you can for the rest of the people. So what these two guys have told is there were 3 visibility specifiers. They are also called as SS specifiers in C++, and the name were public. I will use a small letter because they have the keyword public. Second, protected, and the third is private. Right? Now we have got all three visibility specifier or SS specifier. As the name indicate, SS. SS means what you can assess. Or if I say visibility, then what is visible? Okay. And when I'm talking about the SS or the visibility, I'm not talking about the SS or the visibility of the user as such, but rather the part of the code. Okay. That will be clear very soon. Don't worry. So SS and visibilities or visibility specifier, they are synonyms. They are basically the keywords which defines uh, the 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 code level access or visibility of a particular method, variable or a class. ठीक है? Method, variable or class. ठीक है? These 3 SS specifiers are also present in Java language. Plus, you have something called as default. ठीक है? In Java language. This was not in C++. So you have also something called as default in Java language, and this default is not called as, technically, I'm getting very technical, not called as SS specifier, but it is one of SS control. This is one of the SS control. So if I say what are the SS specifiers in Java, to be very particular, then you will say the same public, protected, and private are the SS specifier as it used to be in the C++ language. But when I ask you what are the SS control in Java, then you will say public, protected, private, and default, और 4 are SS control. ठीक है? अभी difference और detail में भी समझेंगे. So as of now, I'm just discussing the terminologies. So these 4 are SS or visibility control in Java. ठीक है? These are SS or visibility control in Java. All the 4 are SS and visibility control in Java. But when I talk about what are the SS specifiers, so you will say only public, protected, and private are the SS specifiers in Java. ठीक है? You won't say default is a SS specifier. This is just a SS control. इसको कहते हैं बाल की खाल निकालना. ठीक है? क्योंकि कई किताबों में आप देखेंगे इन्होंने कंफ्यूज भी कर रखा है. कई किताबों में गलत भी आपको मिलेगा कंसेप्ट. और वो कंफ्यूज कर रखा है, उन्होंने सभी को एसएस स्पेसिफायर या एक्सेस कंट्रोल से रेफर कर रखा है. तो why I'm discussing this, you will just come to know very shortly. So okay, now tell me, what were the visibility control in C language, not C++, C language? Anyone? Guys, give me 1 second. अब जब तक इसका आंसर सोचो, मुझे 1 मिनट का टाइम दो. Yes, class. So my question was, what are the SS specifier or visibility specifier in C language? Anyone, please?
सर कोई आइडिया तो नहीं है सर.
अगर कोई आपसे ऐसा क्वेश्चन इंटरव्यू में पूछ दे तो क्या जवाब दोगे आप? हालांकि दिस इज अ इनवैलिड क्वेश्चन. C is not an object oriented programming language, right?
सर वही तो मैं क्वेश्चन था नहीं.
So don't get confused. You can just simply tell there are no visibility control of SS specifier in C language or any other procedural language as such, right? ठीक है, जब तक उसमें ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेशन का पार्ट ना हो. For example, if I talk about Python, yes, there is object orientation in Python. You have got object oriented, it's an object oriented language. So in that case, yes, we have those things. Okay. But you do not have anything in C language or in Fortran language, something like this. ठीक है, तो आप बहुत क्लियर कट रहो. C++ से जब आपने मूव किया तब आपको विजिबिलिटी कंट्रोल मिला, उससे या विजिबिलिटी स्पेसिफायर मिला. उससे पहले ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. ठीक है. Now, okay, so just let me repeat. So we have got 3 visibility specifiers or SS specifiers: public, protected, and private. And these 3 were also present in C++ language and also are the part of the Java language. Whereas if I ask you what are the visibility control, then you will say there are 4 visibility controls: public, protected, private, and default. These all 4 come into the purview of visibility control. Okay, but I would not recommend you saying default as a visibility specifier or SS specifier. I will tell you the reason why. This is just a visibility control. Okay, अब let's go to the code directly and try to understand what they mean in the code. So let me create a new class. Say the name of the class is ABC. Okay, and A class may have variables, let's say integer x, okay, boolean b, okay, or even a string reference variable str, okay. It may also have method. Let me say it has got a method, say void add, and inside add, let's have two parameters, integer x comma integer y. So this is going to print the value of x and y. So let's say int result is equal to x plus y, and here we are printing the result. Okay. If someone calls this add method on an object of ABC, he will have to pass two values, two arguments. Say for example, if he have passed 5 and 7, so the result will be 5 plus 7, that is 12, and that 12 will be printed. This method is not returning anything; it's just printing something. Okay, so it has a return type of void. Okay, so there is a class. Inside the class, there are variables, and there could be one or more methods. Okay. Now you can see there is something called as public written here. This is one of the visibility specifiers or SS specifiers, right? So it has got a keyword. I can replace it with keywords like protected, okay, or private. You can see all these keywords are coming in the brown color. Don't worry about the compilation. I will tell you why compilation is coming, okay? Or I can just leave it as it is without putting a keyword. Okay, I'm not putting a keyword public, private, or protected. I'm just leaving it without a keyword. Okay, the same way I have not put a keyword before any of the variable or any of the methods. So if you do not put a keyword among private, protected, and public, then the visibility control or the SS control of that class or that variable or that method will be default by default. So if I have not put public, protected, or private over here, or before a variable x, or before the method add, so by default, I will assume that the visibility control, not the visibility specifier, the visibility control of these variables and the methods are default. So let me write here, visibility control of x is default. Okay. Similarly, visibility control of ABC, class ABC, is default. Okay. Similarly, visibility control of this method add is default. Okay. यहाँ तक क्लियर है भाई?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I put a keyword like public over here, or let me use another variable here for the boolean. Let me say boolean b is public. So now I will say the visibility control, or I am also free to say visibility specifier or SS specifier or SS specifier of variable b of b is public. ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम आ जाएं तो लेट मी से इट्स आई पुट अ कीवर्ड प्रोटेक्टेड ओवर हियर. ओके, अब मैं क्या कहूंगा, visibility control or visibility specifier or access specifier of this variable str is protected. ठीक है, एक और वेरिएबल डिफाइन कर देते हैं और उसके आगे प्राइवेट यूज करते हैं. ठीक है, प्राइवेट से फ्लोट f इज इक्वल f. मैं डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज इट्स अ स्ट्रेंथ वेरिएबल, सो आई एम नॉट फोर्स टू गिव अ इनिशियल वैल्यू टू इट. इट विल पिक अप अ डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू 0.0, so no problem. Now what I can say, the visibility control or visibility specifier or access specifier of the variable f is private. Okay, so that means if I am using a keyword public, protected or private, I will call them specifier because there is a keyword to specify their visibility control. Let me repeat, if I am using a keyword like public, protected or private to define their or to declare their visibility control or visibility or access control, then it will be called as specifier. If there is no keyword, so I have not put any keyword before int x, so default visibility control of this x is default by itself. It will be called as a default visibility control, but it won't have a keyword. Because it doesn't have a keyword, I won't call it as a visibility specifier, because specifier का मतलब उसके पास स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए कोई कीवर्ड होना चाहिए. यहाँ कोई कीवर्ड नहीं है आपके पास, लेकिन उसका कंट्रोल विजिबिलिटी पे कुछ कंट्रोल हो रहा है. अगर हम कुछ भी नहीं लगा रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब पब्लिक की जो विजिबिलिटी होगी या प्रोटेक्टेड की जो विजिबिलिटी होगी या प्राइवेट की जो विजिबिलिटी होगी उससे कुछ डिफरेंट इसकी विजिबिलिटी होगी, क्योंकि विजिबिलिटी कंट्रोल यहाँ पे क्या है, डिफॉल्ट है. उसका मतलब कुछ और होगा, मतलब हम आगे देखेंगे. ठीक है, बार बार मैं जो बातें डिफर करता हूँ मैं बता देता हूँ पहले से, ताकि आप उसके लिए परेशान मत हो अभी से. ठीक है, क्लियर हो रहा है? एनी क्वेश्चन?
No, sir.
ठीक है, तो ये एकदम से मतलब वही बार बार रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, जैसे बाल की खाल निकालना होता है ना, उस तरह से हम चीज को देख करके उसको क्लासिफाई कर रहे हैं कि विजिबिलिटी कंट्रोल क्या है, विजिबिलिटी स्पेसिफायर क्या है. नाउ एज पर द रूल ऑफ जावा you can have two visibility controls before a class. Either you can say a class is a public class, or you can say a class is a default class. That means you are not putting a visibility specifier before it. So the visibility control becomes the default. Okay, you cannot write protected before a class name. That will be a compilation error. It will say illegal modifier for class ABC, only public, abstract and final are permitted. Abstract and final are something different. If you're talking specifically about visibility control, then public is the one which is in the visibility control, and the other thing is default. So it's saying it's an illegal modifier. You cannot put protected before a class name. Neither you can write private. That is again illegal modifier or illegal specifier. We also call it modifier also. So illegal modifier, illegal specifier, visibility specifier और access specifier. ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें सेम चीज है. Modifier is a more general term, and when we say modifier, there could be not only visibility specifier, but there could be other things like abstract and final are there. So modifier is something a more general term, a kind of a superset. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे आपको बात और आगे समझ में आएगी जब हम दूसरे मॉडिफायर जैसे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट हो गया, फाइनल यहाँ पे बता रहा है, इन सब के बारे में पढ़ेंगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि मॉडिफायर का और स्पेसिफायर का या विजिबिलिटी कंट्रोल का बहुत पार्टिकुलर डिफरेंस क्या होता है. ठीक, So I cannot put private or protected before a class name. That is the bottom line. I can only use public, or I can just leave it as such to be in the default visibility control for a class. Okay? For a variable and for a method. Okay? For variable and for a method, the visibility control or the visibility control could be all four of what we have discussed so far. So X private, fine, I don't get a compilation error. X could be protected, again I am not getting a compilation error. X could be public, no compilation error, or X could be default, no specifier, right? Similarly for method also, I can have a method as public method, or I can have protected method, or I can have private method, or I can leave the method to have the visibility control of default. That means I can have default method. Okay? So the thing to remember is the class can have only two visibility controls, either public or default. Public means you are going to put a public keyword. Default means you are not putting a keyword here like this. So it's in a default visibility control. For variable, you can have either a default visibility control without putting a SS specifier or the keyword. You can have a public visibility control with a public specifier. You can have a protected visibility control with a protected specifier, or you can have a private visibility control with a private specifier. Same rules apply for the method also. यहाँ तक ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go back to our writing pad. Guys, 1 second. Okay, guys. So coming back to this screen, and if I draw a line here, and let me say this end indicates least protection. ठीक है, and this line indicates highest protection. ठीक है, तो this is, or rather I can say this aid is more generous and this is more strict. ठीक है, so at this generous end we have got public, the most generous of all SS controls, the 4 SS controls, and the most strict is private. We will just see the meaning of all these things in code also. अभी बस कंसेप्ट समझिए कि मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ. पब्लिक को कह रहा हूँ कि बहुत जनरस है ये, और प्राइवेट को कह रहा हूँ कि सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट है. In between we have got protected and default. So here is protected and here is default. ठीक है. So the most generous is public, the most strict is private. In between there is protected and default, and they are very much related in concept. So they are very much related in concept. ठीक है, अब क्या है इनका मतलब, अब वो देखते हैं. सो अब देखो इस abc.java this class, if you look at this class, we have got one public variable b, one private variable f, one protected variable str, and one default variable x. ठीक है. Similarly, if I want to have the same 4 visibility controls for the method also, we can say we have a method add, instead we write a method subtract, okay, and result is x minus y. ठीक है, and let me say this is say private. Okay. Similarly, let me define another method. Let me say multiply, and let me say it's protected. Okay, and here let me change the operation as multiply, and it will print the result. Similarly, let me write another method, say divide. Okay, here the operation is division, and we got the result, not protected but default. Let me keep it default. Oh, we have already kept default for add. So private, protected, and then we can make it public. So all the 4 visibility controls are defined for both variables and the method. Okay, we cannot define all the 4 visibility controls for the class. That's just either public or default. So here we have chosen it to be default. Okay, now let's create another class, say class xyz, okay, and here in the xyz let me have a method test. Okay, it's void. The visibility control of this test method is what?
Default.
By default, because we have not put a keyword. However, this is something just I've asked, just to test whether you are understanding or not. Conceptually, what I'm trying to explain, that will not have impact on this particular, because of this particular question that I've asked. So, okay, now I want to create the object of ABC. ABC. The object is ABC is equal to new ABC. This is the way how we create an object. Correct? Now, if I want to use the reference variable ABC and I put a dot operator, you can see what are the variables and the methods which are visible. B is visible with a green circle. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
X is visible with a triangle, and str is visible with a yellow circle. What is missing? There were 4 variables in the ABC class.
So F missing.
F is missing and F is private. So I can, if I put a control space after the dot operator from your laptop, then you will see the drop down list where it will show you what is available to me. So B is public, str is, it's str is protected, and X is default. X is default. So we have got different notations also. Green circle for public, yellow circle for protected, triangle for default, right? And we are not able to see in the list the variable which is private. That is the F variable. Okay. Similarly, if we look at the methods, you can see add method is there and it has got a triangle. So it must be what? It must be protected, right? Sorry, it must be default. Okay, so it's default. Then you can see we have visibility of divide. Divide is green, so it must be public. You see, divide is public. Okay. Multiply is protected and subtract is private. You can see multiply is coming something like this, correct? And divide, is there a divide? Is there a divide visible to us? Guys,
Yes,
is
sir.
there
Divide has a second.
divide has got, sorry, I'm getting
Subtract
confused.
नहीं है sir.
Divide is public, sorry, not divide. The missing method is
Substack.
subtract. It must be subtract, okay? So can you see subtract over here?
No, sir.
No. So the variable F, which is private, and the method subtract, which is private, these two methods are not visible in the code which I am writing in the test method of XYZ class. So it's about the visibility of the part of the code, that what part of the code a particular variable or method is visible to you. So as of now, in the drop down list, I cannot find a trace of the private variable or methods. Okay. So if I try to use abc.f is equal to 8.9 f, I try to assign something to this floating point number, so I will get a compilation error. Okay, the field abc.f is not visible. Okay, that means in the abc class the field f is not visible because it's private. Okay, similarly, if I want to use abc dot subtract, है ना, private method.
Yes, sir.
Okay, five comma 3. Okay, so again I will get the error method. The method subtract int from, that means int means it's take 2 parameters of the type integers from type abc is not visible. Okay, so these variables and these methods are not visible, but if I want, I can just take the same code in abc.java and I can put in any of the methods. For example, here, of course abc, I don't have to put abc over here because we have not created the object here. Rather, I do not need to create the object. So you can see I can assign value to variable f, which is a part of the same class, and I can call the subtract method, which is part of the same class. So private means, which is most restrictive, it means any variable or method which is defined as private, the visibility is limited to the code which is within the same class, that is from here to here, the class definition, the class body. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
तो क्लास बॉडी के अंदर आपको प्राइवेट विजिबल होगा. इस क्लास बॉडी के बाहर जाते हैं बिकॉज XYZ इज अ सेपरेट क्लास. It's not in the same body of the ABC. So here if I want to assess them, of course here I have to make a reference variable to assess them. I cannot directly use them just by saying f is equal to 8.9f. I cannot do that because in that case I will get a different compilation error. If I do this, what I will get the compilation error as f cannot be resolved to a variable. ठीक है, इसको रिजॉल्व ही नहीं कर पा रहा है, उसको वेरिएबल समझ ही नहीं रहा है. बिकॉज इफ आई वांट टू इंडिकेट इट्स अ वेरिएबल ऑफ ABC, I will have to use the reference variable of ABC to assess any of the methods or the variables of a particular object which is of the different class type. ठीक है. Now the error message changes. It says the field abc.f is not visible. It's not denying that it's not there. It's there, but it's not visible here in this part of the code because the visibility was limited to the class definition scope. That is the definition, the body of the class. If you write a code there and if you try to assess these variables from there, change these variables from there, right? So it is possible to do so from the ABC class itself, not from any other class like XYZ. Okay? Exactly the same concept as it was in your C++. Okay? Rest everything is visible. Apart from private, everything is visible. ठीक है, बाकी सारी चीजें ड्रॉप डाउन करने पर कंट्रोल स्पेस दबा करके अगर मैं ABC के बाद ड्रॉप डाउन करूं, ABC लिख करके ABC डॉट ABC private is visible, protected and default everything is visible. Similarly for the method add, divide and your multiply, all these three methods are visible. If these methods are visible, I can just call them also. Like for example, if I say 5 and 4, that's possible. 4 or 4 or 5 or 4, whatever. ठीक है, but subtract is not visible because subtract is private in nature. ठीक है, तो अगर कोई मेथड या वेरिएबल को प्राइवेट डिफाइन किया है किसी क्लास के अंदर, तो उस क्लास के अंदर के कोड से ही आप उसको एसेस कर सकते हैं. यानी उस वेरिएबल या मेथड की जो विजिबिलिटी है वो उस क्लास के अंदर लिमिटेड है, क्लास की बॉडी के डिक्लेरेशन तक ही लिमिटेड है. यानी क्लास ABC यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है, तो जहाँ पे ये खत्म हो रहा है उसके बीच में ही आप कोई कोड लिख करके उसको एसेस कर सकते हैं. उसके अलावा आप किसी और क्लास में जा करके आप एसेस करना चाहें तो आप उसको एसेस नहीं कर सकते. प्राइवेट का तो ये मतलब हुआ. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let me create another package. New in the SRC, new package in dot AC dot Jamia Hamdard dot test. Another package is created. Now what is the difference between this package and this package? Let me create a class over here, class XYZ, okay, with the same name. Let me remove the compilation error here. These are not visible. Private variable is not visible outside ABC. Similarly, let me write it. Private method is not visible outside ABC. ठीक है? So what is the difference between this XYZ class that is defined in the package in.ac.jamiahamdard.code_demo and the xyz class which is defined in in.ac.jamiahamza.test. Anyone, please?
Sir, both are different package.
Or they are different package, but what would that mean if I go to the folder structure?
So दोनों प्रोग्राम की लोकेशन चेंज है
ठीक है,
वो डॉट डैश
करेक्ट. योर नेम?
सर मोहम्मद अयाज
अयाज. तो अयाज कह रहे हैं कि अगर हम बाहर से यानी फाइल एक्सप्लोरर से अगर हम जाएं और हमें पता है कि वर्क स्पेस हमारा जो है वो यूज़र के अंदर जा करके जो मेरा पर्टिकुलर यूज़र है, फॉर एग्जांपल माय यूज़र नेम इज शाह आई, इसके अंदर आई विल गेट अ फोल्डर इक्लिप्स वर्क स्पेस. So this is Eclipse workspace. I think this one. No, not this one. I'm using this workspace, right? Yes, you can see both the projects, right? And in this project, I have created the packages. So अभी पैकेज के नाम में हमने क्या देखा था? in.ac.jamia hamdard. in.ac.jamia hamdard here also. So till this part of the package, it's a common directory structure, right? So if I go inside the in, then inside that I will get a folder structure AC. Inside that I will get a folder structure Jamia Hamdard. But there you will get two different folder structures. One is code underscore demo, the other is test. In the code underscore demo, you will see ABC and xyz.java along with my first PROG and my first PRG for BCA.java. See, all these files are there. Here I will get xyz.java only in test folder. So let me go again in the test folder. Here you see xyz. Okay. So one is the folder structure is different. The difference in the package name means the folder structure where this .java file is being kept, or even the .class file, which is the compiled file, will be kept in the bin folder. That will be different. Okay. The other thing that we can understand in the other sense is, let me create another package. Say uh, check, just with the name check, nothing else. Okay. Here I am creating a class, new class test program, and I am writing public static void name. Okay. XYZ program or XYZ.java file or XYZ.class, XYZ class is defined in this package also. It's defined in this package also. Okay. Now, if I want to say something like XYZ, I want to create an object XYZ out of it is equal to new XYZ, I will get a compilation error. And the compilation error will say XYZ cannot be resolved to a type. It cannot be resolved to a type. And XYZ, what is XYZ? The compiler says, I don't know. Okay. And it is giving you two fixes, two solutions. Either you can say that your XYZ is the one which is inside in.ac.jamiahamza.code demo package, or it's inside in.ac.jamiahamza.test package. Okay. So there is a namespace collision, but the namespace collision is resolved by using the package name. So one thing that you can do is you can use the fully qualified name like in.ac.jamiahamdard.codedemo.xyz, right? And the same thing here also. Okay. क्या हो गया?
क्लास का नेम नहीं लिखा।
Oh, sorry. Yes, we cannot have the duplicate variable name. So we have to change xyz1 and xyz2. So variable name cannot be duplicate. ठीक है, यहाँ भी नेम स्पेस कोलिजन होगा, तो नेम कोलिजन होगा रादर, नेम स्पेस नहीं. ठीक है. So here what we have done to distinguish that this particular xyz class is from this a separate package and this xyz class is from a separate package. We have used the fully qualified name. पूरा नाम बताए. जैसे for example in a class if you have two students with the name Suhail, so we will say Suhail son of Abdul Rashid and Suhail son of say Asif Khan. Okay, so we are using fully qualified name along with his father's name to distinguish between these two Suhails in the same class, right? Similarly, these two classes have got same name, so either there will be a name space collision that could be resolved using the fully qualified name like this. Let me put it in comment so that I can give you the file. This is okay. Or what I will do is I will say xyz and I will create a variable name, say xyz free is equal to new xyz, or I will accept the suggestion that I want to distinguish between either xyz present in the code demo package or in the test package, so I will import that particular package. So let me say I want to use the first one, so I will import it. So import statement will come, then I can use shortcut, which is not a fully qualified name. So whenever I say xyz now, so it will look up upon the import that what I have imported, and it will understand that this xyz is actually the same xyz which is in the code underscore demo package, not under the test package. ठीक है. तो अगर एक पैकेज के बाहर अगर आप किसी क्लास को यूज कर रहे हैं, तो यूज करने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, उस क्लास को इंपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा. ओके. Or alternatively you will have to use the fully qualified name to tell the package also. ज्यादा क्लियर है?
यस सर.
ठीक है. तो now let's see in the xyz class, this test program class, instead of using xyz, let me just comment it again. Okay, so this line is written with import to ठीक है. अगर आपने इंपोर्ट लगा रखा है तब कोई बात नहीं है. Now let's say that from this test program class and from the main method of the test program class, I want to create an object of not xyz. This is xyz I've just created to distinguish you between the concept of the same class having in different packages. So when you use the third-party libraries, you will have this problem very often that you may come across the same class name from different providers, but their the package that they are using will be different. That is the reason why most of them use the URL as the name of the package, because this URL as a string is guaranteed to be unique. Guys, instead of using just a package name like check, for example, I'm using a complete URL. So if these particular classes which are being supplied by the Jamia Hamdard, they will have a different URL, package structure, and the URL is something which is guaranteed to be unique from every provider. because they depend upon the website name, and the website name is guaranteed to be unique, right?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So that is just another convention. Otherwise, there's nothing force that you use package structure on the name of a website, or you can directly use whatever name you like. This is just a kind of good skills the developer follow while giving the name of a package uh, to their particular classes. Okay, now I want to use the ABC class, which is in.ac.jamiahamdard.code_demo package from the test program class, which is in the check package. So let me say ABC, and small abc is the reference variable name, is equal to new ABC. So it will give me a compilation error. We have just discussed. We have to import the ABC class. So either I can click over here and it's saying create a class ABC. So basically I should be in a position to import it. So I will use Control and Shift key, and I will press O in my keyboard. Control Shift and O. Control Shift and O. Right here. CTRL Control key plus Shift key plus O. Okay. I will press this. You are having your computer to be in a position to do it. ABC cannot be resolved to a type. Okay. Yeah, the reason is here. Just hold on. Now if I press Control Shift and O, import will automatically come. And the it is resolved that ABC class is within this package. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Those who have got the computer with them, please try it and see. Is it working? Guys, let me know. Is it working for you?
सर अभी फुल कोड लिखना पड़ेगा.
यार साथ साथ कोड करते रहा करो ना. देखो इसलिए कह रहे हैं ना, क्योंकि देखो देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. सी, अगर सबके लिए खुल गया होता कॉलेज तो मैं आपको लैब में बिठा करके बाकायदा लैब कराता. ठीक है, और हर दिन का असाइनमेंट अलग देता, तो एक अलग बात थी. लेकिन पार्शियली कुछ लोग घर पे होंगे, कुछ लोग यहाँ होंगे, तो उस तरह से लैब से पॉसिबल नहीं है वैसा करना. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ कि क्लास में ही आपकी लैब भी हो रही है साथ साथ. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ जो लोग ऑफलाइन क्लास करने आए वो भी लैपटॉप लेके आए, जो लोग ऑनलाइन क्लास करने बैठे वो भी करते जाए साथ साथ. अगर आपको चाहिए, अगर ऐसा हो कि मतलब आप उसकी कुछ भी टाइप नहीं कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, शॉर्टकट मैं आपको बताता जाता हूँ. तो जस्ट टेल मी दैट सर प्लीज स्टॉप फॉर अ व्हाइल, लेट अस टाइप दिस कोड. सो आई विल गिव यू अ लिटिल टाइम इन बिटवीन टू कोड. ठीक है, जो आपको स्क्रीन में दिख रहा है वही आपको करना है बेसिकली.
ओके सर.
ठीक है. देखो एक बात बताओ, आप लोग, जनरल बात है सभी के लिए, अगर आप किसी डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो और आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है, तो आप स्ट्रिक्टली डॉक्टर के इंस्ट्रक्शंस को फॉलो करते हो कि नहीं करते हो? अगर नहीं करोगे तो
Yes,
आपकी
sir.
प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिलेगा आपको. अगर वो बोलता है 3 टाइम कोई दवा खानी है, आप बोलो कि मैं 3 टाइम क्यों खाऊं, मैं एक ही टाइम खाऊंगा, 3 टाइम बहुत ज़्यादा है. या आप क्या करने लगो, ओवरडोज लेने लगो. वो थिंग्स आर नॉट गुड, राइट? तो आपको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. अगर मैं इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहा हूँ आपको कि आप कंप्यूटर यूज़ करो, तो ये आपके बेहतर के लिए है. मैं आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहा हूँ, आप पढ़ के आओ. आप नहीं पढ़ के आओगे, तब से आपके सर के ऊपर से जाएंगे. ठीक है, आपको उतना करना पड़ेगा एफर्ट. ठीक है. कभी कभी मेरे को क्वेश्चन, जैसे यही वाला क्वेश्चन था कि भाई क्यों हम पब्लिक क्लास बना रहे हैं, मतलब पब्लिक को एक क्लास को एक ही में क्यों रख रहे हैं. अब इसका आंसर देने के लिए मुझे आपको बहुत कुछ बताना पड़ रहा है. तो मैंने डिफर किया था ये आंसर, बट बिकॉज समवन आस्क्ड मी, सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू गिव यू अ काइंड ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग फॉर इट. ठीक है, लेकिन उसके लिए मुझे एक पूरा बैकग्राउंड आपको बताना पड़ेगा, तो मैंने इसलिए डिफर कर रखा था उसको. तो आप उसके लिए परेशान मत हो कि अभी मुझे इसका आंसर नहीं मिला. अपने से अगर आप करना चाहो तो यू कैन गो अहेड एंड यू कैन स्टडी. आई डोंट हैव एनी ऑब्जेक्शन इन दैट। लेकिन अगर मुझे पूरी क्लास के लिए बताना है तो मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि ऐसी चीजें भर तक न बताऊं जिसका मैंने अभी बैकग्राउंड नहीं दिया है आपको। इसीलिए आपने देखा होगा लास्ट क्लास में मैंने आपको क्या बताया, प्रिमिटिव टाइप दोबारा से बताया। शुरू की एक क्लास में मैंने प्रिमिटिव टाइप बताया था और डाटा टाइप आपको बताया था कि प्रिमिटिव और क्लास का जो यूजर डिफाइंड डाटा टाइप है क्या डिफरेंस होता है। लेकिन तब मैंने सिर्फ आपको 2-3 प्रिमिटिव टाइप का एग्जांपल दिया था, इंटीजर का दिया, बाइट का दिया और बुलियन का दिया और स्ट्रिंग क्लास का दिया, ठीक है। लेकिन बहुत डिटेल में नहीं गया। दोबारा से इसको रिविजिट किया, रिविजिट करने के बाद फिर इसको प्रॉपर्ली क्लासीफाई किया, ठीक है, कि इन टाइप के प्रिमिटिव होते हैं, यूजर डिफाइंड डाटा टाइप का क्या मतलब होता है, फिर प्रिमिटिव टाइप की साइज क्या होती है, उस साइज में उसकी क्या क्या रेंज ऑफ वैल्यू की फिट कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। एक्सप्लिसिट कास्टिंग क्या होती है, इम्प्लिसिट कास्टिंग क्या होती है। शुरू में मैं आपको नहीं दे सकता था क्योंकि मुझे शुरू में आपको क्विकली कुछ प्रोग्राम ऐसा करके बताना था कि आप उसको यूज करना शुरू कर दें। तो कई बार होगा कि एक ही कंसेप्ट आपको 3-4 क्लासेस में डिफर करके मिलेगा, बट दैट इज फॉर अ पर्पस, ठीक है। तो जो जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस मिल रहे हैं उसको फॉलो करिए भाई, वरना आप फुली आपको यूटिलाइज नहीं कर पाएंगे और आपको बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा। सो यू सी एबीसी क्लास को मैंने यूज किया, बट आई हैव बिकॉज दिस एबीसी क्लास इन अ सेपरेट पैकेज, so to use it I have to either use import statement, okay, or I can use the fully qualified name just like here to use it. So either of the two way I can go. So it is very cumbersome to write the fully qualified name every time. So I will add a import statement over here, and then I can use the short name of or just the class name of a particular class to keep it using again and again. So I can use this ABC say 10 times to create 10 object, not a problem, ठीक है। But what if this ABC class is not a public class? This is a default class. I told you that we can have just two visibility control for a class, the public and the default. Public has a keyword, default doesn't have a keyword, right? If this is by, if I have not written a keyword before the class ABC, then it's default. And in that case, you see here you are getting a compilation error. Even though you have put the import is there, but you are getting a compilation error. ABC cannot be resolved to a type, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
इसका मतलब if the visibility control of ABC is not public, the other only possible alternative is default, and if this is default, then this particular class is not visible outside this package, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
However, if I want to create a new class here, say test prog in this package, the same public static void main, say for example, and let me copy that code also. This code was not working there, right? Let me copy this code and let me bring this code to this program, which is in the same package. Here, you do not have to put an import also because it's in the same package, and import की जरूरत नहीं है, and you are also able to create an instance out of it. That means this ABC class is visible here, even though it's default. This ABC class is default now. It's not public. I have not put a public keyword. But within the same package, if I have another class and I'm from one of the method of that same class, I am trying to create an object out of it. Neither I have the requirement to put an import, nor do I have any problem in the visibility of this ABC class. But if I go for a particular class which is in the separate package, then I have got both the problems. I don't have the visibility for ABC class, so no question of import. Okay? In a separate package, in a different package, the default class will not have the visibility. So even putting an import will not work. But if this visibility of ABC would had been public, not a problem. In the other package, that is the check package, I can put an import and I can use ABC. Not without import, of course. Not without import. ठीक है, only with import. ठीक है, तो पहला रूल तो ये हो गया. The first rule is if you want to use a public class from some other package, you will have to either put an import statement or you will have to put a fully qualified name. ठीक है. Second rule is if that class which you want to use from another package, if that class is not a public class, so that means it's a default class, then you don't have the visibility at all. Even import will not work. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Back to the question from where we have started. The question was, I was seeing one of your lecture videos in video 2 in that you told us that you are deliberately putting the same class name as the file name was. So what is the reason for it? Okay. Now, let me say I want to create a class test multiple class in one file. See the name? I am following the convention. Every character of the each and every word is in caps. Even the first character of the first word is also in caps because that's the convention for the class name declaration. Okay. So there is one class which is defined over here. I can have another class, say class hello. Doesn't matter if I've written anything inside the class or not. So I am defining multiple classes over here. Class world. Okay. But now the rule is I cannot have more than one public class inside a file. ठीक है, पहला रूल तो ये हुआ. See, there could be more than one default classes inside the same file, or a combination of a single public class and multiple default classes. That is possible. But I cannot have more than one public class. ठीक है, inside the same file. That is one rule. We cannot have multiple public class in the same Java file. That we can have any number of default classes in the same Java file. ठीक है, or we can have one public class and multiple default class in the same Java file. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना, ये हुआ पहला रूल. ठीक है. Now, if I change the name of the class, let me say this name of the class is not public, it's default. ठीक है, अभी तक तो सब कुछ सही है. Let me say this I am making as public. So now I'm getting a compilation error. The public type hello, that is the hello class, which is of the public type, which has the visibility of public, must be defined its own file. So we cannot have more than one public file in one Java class. And the second rule is, if there is a public file, then it's mandatory that the name of that public, if we have a public class, then it is mandatory that the name of the public class should be exactly the same as the name of the public, the Java file name. ठीक है? So here you can see the name of this particular class, which is default, has got the same name as the name of the file, right? But that's not allowed. What is allowed? If you are having a class public, so you must have at most one public class in a particular file, and that public class must have the same name as the name of the file. You cannot give any other class as the name of the file. So this is also not allowed. So you are only allowed to have public here and not here. Okay, guys. However, you can see this is possible. You are not having any public class at all. You are not having any class which has the same name as the name of the file. That is also correct. But rather you are having two classes with a different name, but with the default visibility, not the public visibility, in the name of a file which is having a different name. So that is also allowed. So this was, if I say this is rule 1. Rule 1. Sorry. Then let's go to rule 2. The name of public class must be same as the name of Java file in which it is defined. ठीक है, रूल 2 हो गया ये. ठीक है, रूल 3. It is allowed to have multiple class with default SS specifier without having any class with the same name as the file in which they are defined. ठीक है, 3 रूल आपको बताए. अब ये सिंपल से रूल बताने के लिए अगर मैं आपको पब्लिक, डिफॉल्ट और प्रोटेक्टेड का एटलीस्ट हाई लेवल इंफॉर्मेशन आपको न देता, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस, visibility specifier or visibility control in terms of variables and the method, but at least we have to know them in terms of class. जब तक ये मैं आपको नहीं बताता, मैं आपको ये तीनों रूल नहीं बता सकता. ठीक है, until then you won't have the answer. That is why we have deferred it. Okay guys,
Yes, sir.
understood? Or any questions? However, to avoid confusion, it is still prescribed that you must have just one class within a particular Java file, not more than one class. and that's a strict rule in terms of code review as well. ताकि कोई यहाँ से अगर देखे ना ये पैकेज एक्सप्लोरर के अंदर से तो यही देख के समझ जाए abc.java के अंदर abc नाम की क्लास बनी हुई है, लेकिन अंदर आके मैं देख रहा हूँ कि इसके अंदर हो सकता है मल्टीपल क्लासेस बनी हो, और हो सकता है उनमें से कोई क्लास ऐसी हो ही नहीं जिसका नाम abc के टर्म में हो, so that will create a confusion for me. So make things more, verbose, but just by looking at the informational, screens like this project explorer, the conventions are being followed. Okay. So today we have discussed about the purpose of these 4, visibility controls at a very high level. It's still not in terms of much in details in terms of methods and the variables that we can extend in the next class. So I hope whatever we have discussed in the class today is understood. If not, you probably have to revise the lecture and then come prepared in the next class. So I'm dropping the call right now. If you have any question, you can ask.